These layoffs were not necessary at all. There was plenty of money there. The issue tended to be that they were trying to bridge a budget gap. The budget gap, they claimed, was $38 million. We differed from that from the very beginning. No one has been able to figure out why it's $38 million. Neither our research team here at DC 37, neither the MLC research team, and even the finance committee under Dominic Ricker were able to figure out how they came to 32 million. I'm sorry, 38 million. However, the figure that we did come up to was between 22 and 25 million. Our proposal that we placed on the table would have met those gaps based upon what we had figured out. And they outright rejected both proposals.
When I hear about my being laid off, I found it from my children. And I was not in New York. I have gone to South America. I totally disagree with what the mayor has done to the city, to the kids, to the parents, to the employees. He is not thinking about any one of us. He doesn't care. And I don't care if you hear this. But I'm happy that I can say it. He is not thinking in the poverty. He is not thinking of the children, and he's making a just general judgment. He should come to the schools and find out how every school is working.
What I think these layoffs are doing to the educational system is causing it to minimize the power that our education system has and always had the potential to do. It's causing students to believe nobody cares, not the higher-ups anyway. And these students are very, very smart. They know that you're taking away from my community. They know that they're putting charter schools in their buildings. They know that when charter schools come, my public education is going to go out the window. They know that charter schools only accept students with 98% averages, and they don't have it. So they're saying, where am I going to go?
It's not a job that you can walk away. It's an ongoing process all the time. All the way till they leave is a process. Whatever the child's needs were, whether they was again suspended, whether there's a health problem, whether there's home instructions that's needed, special needs, whatever the situation is, we here in the Department of Education dealt with those needs. And so now I'm not there. So now she's calling me and I'm like, well, I'm sorry, but I am laid off.
I'm from the community, so I was fully aware of a lot of the issues that were occurring within the area that was hindering children from coming to school. As far as gang violence, there were some children who had parents who were abusing drugs and things of that nature. So I kind of took a personal stance when it came to my kids. I would knock on doors. I would actually go out into the community when I was on lunch and see some of my boys standing in the corner, question why they had not come to school, why they were not coming to school, and try to bridge a gap between myself, the parent, and the school community to bring these children in.
People rule. We really do. We really, really do. And so if he doesn't, he gets it. I really believe he gets it. And I believe he's very creative in the use and abuse of his power in what he's doing. So he gets it. He knows that to take away from DC 37, one of the most powerful unions in New York City, in New York as a whole, that it's going to get him what his goal is. And that is to bust the union. They're doing that all over this country. He's no different than what's going on in these other states. He is actually at the top, I believe, because he is the mayor of New York City.
One of the things that I'm going to be asking for is a congressional investigation. The other thing, because, the federal government puts in a certain amount of the resources. The other thing is, of course, we're going to have a forum for our people down here so they'll know where they can turn. And by that time, maybe something would have changed. I found it very insulting that even though the city council sort of works with the mayor's office on the budget, that monies was withheld and never brought forth in order to save these jobs. And at the same time, our members was willing to give up 2 days when they was not as active with the children, these were election days, in order to save all the jobs. They were not interested. They wanted them on the street. Somebody has to raise the question, why? What happened to that money? Those are the questions that this union is going to raise. We're not going to stop until we get to the bottom of it, because it's not okay. And we have to make sure that they understand that.